Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Yoga and Yum podcast. My name is Sybil Shelton Ford, and I am your host. And I'm so glad that you're here. And this is the place where we come to practice deep mindfulness, radical self care, and living on purpose so that we can experience more yum. And today, I'm so excited because I have a beautiful guest who is doing amazing things in the world. And I'm just so excited to jump in. Erica is, well, she'll introduce herself, but she's got her plate full. She's like a homeschooling mama. She's got a business. She's a healer. And so we're ready to dig right in. So welcome, Erica.
Thank you. So good to be here.
Thank you for being here. Well, can you tell us about yourself and your amazing work in the world?
I'm a mom of three beautiful, wonderful children. I do homeschool two of them. I would love to homeschool all three, maybe in the near future, but for right now, just the two younger ones. So I went from being a stay-at-home mom for about 9 years, and then kind of got thrown back in the workforce, daytime job, which I was always very, very good at, the desk job. Um, and it was like, actually, during that time, I really wanted to homeschool. I was looking into homeschooling. Got divorced, so had to get a job, had to put a kid in daycare for the first time, and that really set just kind of my life as like, what am I here for? What is my purpose? That really kind of shifted things for me. But it was such a pivotal point in my journey. So I did that for a while. Luckily, COVID was a blessing for us because I got my job, and then not even 6 months later, we're shut down. I'm back at home working. I'm with my kids doing school at home. So I'm like, this is actually okay. And then I discovered this energy healing. And it just was like, that's it. This is what I should be doing. And I quit my job and decided to pull my kids just after Christmas break to homeschool. So it's like, so much has happened. And so to say, tell me about yourself, there's just so much. But yeah, I'm a mom, I homeschool, and I teach yoga and do energy healing, all the things.
All the things. Yes, I
Yeah.
love following you on Facebook and all of your posts and all the things you're offering. But the one thing that I wanted to talk about today was this healing modality that I learned
Yeah.
about from you because I had never heard of it before. It's called
That
emotion
I,
code. And I was so intrigued when you posted on Facebook. I'm like, wait a minute, what is this? Like, I think I have to have a session because this sounds awesome. So, can you tell the listeners what is emotion code and how does it work?
Absolutely. So I had never heard of it either. And I came across this. I was praying so much about, okay, God, just show me what my purpose is. It's not to sit at a computer all day and type, and I've always just had so much compassion. It's almost too much, and I mean, if I see somebody hurting that I don't know, I'm hurting myself. And so I came across this at a day retreat, and this lady, she was there to perform on all of us. And she's like, yep, I'm going to release 5 trapped emotions of you guys. And at the end, we were like in a deep breath work during the process. So she came around and did it. And then she said, afterwards, I'll tell you what it was. So she kind of took me to the side and told me my 5. And I was like, how did you do this? I knew my cat would interrupt here. I said, how did you do this? What is this? This is it. I felt instantly, I didn't even know anything about it. And I said, how do I get more knowledge of this? How do I do this? So went home, registered. There's only one place to become certified through discoverhealing.com. And I busted my butt getting through training. I had to do hundreds of sessions, practice sessions. So basically what it is, we all have trapped emotions in our body, as do animals, as do kids, anybody. We are born at such a high vibrational frequency, love, gratitude. And we come into this world, and yes, we have generational trapped emotions too, but we come into this world and things happen, and we are meant to feel all the feelings. However, if we cannot fully process them in a healthy way, they're going to become trapped. And it's actually like a physical ball of negative frequency vibration stuck in our body. Everybody has them. And So with emotion code, I can go through and I identify, I'm basically talking with your subconscious mind. And so I'll identify using a chart what the emotion is. Is there anything else we need to know, such as how old were you when it became trapped? Is this related to a certain event that happened? And then I actually use a very strong magnet down my governing meridian, which controls all the other meridians of the body. And it's similar to, so your hands actually have enough magnetic like force to do that as well. Similar to if you have a credit card and that magnetic strip in the back, if you rubbed a magnet on that, it's erasing the code there. So it's kind of similar to that. And once that is released, that will never come back again. It's really amazing. Yeah.
It's magic.
It is. You know, I will say, like for myself, I had anxieties. That was one of my main trapped emotions. So I have released probably close to 20 different trapped emotions of anxiety, maybe more closer to 15. So, you know, this anxiety is different than this anxiety. You know, this one might be trapped in my neck, whereas this one's in my hip, and they're from different things and they have a whole different story, even though we call them both anxiety. There's 60 different trapped emotions, negative ones that we can pull. So yeah, and so just because I pulled that anxiety doesn't mean I don't have any more. But when I started releasing those, anxiety and defensiveness were my two main ones. It's like I would find myself in a situation where normally my anxiety would be through the roof. Being late was my trigger. Like being late, taking my kids to preschool, I thought the world was going to end. You know, and now I'm in a situation where I'm like, it's okay. Like I am able to choose how I want to react because I don't have that stuck emotion. I don't have those past experience and traumas that are going to make me react how I did.
Yeah. I remember when I had the session with you and I think you asked me questions and you said, okay, I'm going to work on it. And I thought, well, don't I need to be there? And you're like, no, 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 you don't. And, you'd let me know when you were going to do it. And then you checked in. So doing emotion code, just because from my own experience, I know that
Yeah.
people don't have to be there.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
So when this lady who I initially learned from us, I booked a session with her when I got home. She's in a different state. And so I booked my session and then it's coming to the time and I'm like, so is there like a phone call? Are you going to call me or what? And she's like, no, I'm just going to email you afterwards. I'm like, what do you mean? Like we're not talking or Zoom or anything? She said, no, and here's how it works. Everything is energy, including us. It is truly like tuning into a radio station. So I am tuning into Sybil and I'm going to work on you. I'm allowed to like turn everything off and just focus on you and your subconscious mind. One time I worked on a lady who was flying to Vegas. She was in the plane flying. I was a passenger in a car driving up north. She could tell instantly when I worked on her. She said her shoulder pain went away instantly.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
I felt stuff too. I remember when you sent me the email. I don't even think we talked. It's like we sent me the email, you told me the emotions, and it's like this shift. You can
Yes.
feel, at least for me, it felt like I couldn't feel anything physically necessarily, but there was like a shift.
Yes,
When you
felt
go,
lighter.
yeah, like that something shifted. Like it works. It's really it reminds me, but it was more for me, it was more pronounced when
Mhm.
you did emotion code, but I've also had like distance Reiki healings
Mhm.
where it's a little bit softer. What I experience it as being softer, and I've done because I'm certified in Reiki too, and I don't see clients, but I did it for myself and for my
Yeah,
family and
I
friends.
just started Reiki training as well.
Yeah, and how is that different from Reiki? Can you explain since you've had both?
Well, I just started, so I don't know
Okay,
fully.
okay,
Why I wanted to do this was, so I'm certified in the emotion code and body code. Emotion code is just pulling these trapped emotions. Again, there's 60 different ones. The body code deals with all imbalances, toxins, like let's say a mold exposure from when you were a child, um, misalignments, your nutrition, are you lacking a certain supplement? So that deals with literally any imbalance. And trapped emotions are involved in there as well. Everything is connected and related. So I'm basically just pulling this like cluster of imbalances. And the cool thing is I can work on anybody and I don't have to have a focus. We can your body can release whatever it's willing to. But some people will say, can we work on my headaches or can we work on my eczema or my gut problem. We kind of have a focus. I'm just telling your subconscious mind, hey, what can we release related to this? And to add to what we were just talking about, most of mine are distant. We don't even talk, but I do offer in-person sessions, Zoom, phone call. There's just not, most people are like, no, just I'll go about my day and email me when the results.
That was convenient. I'm like, oh, it's done. And you think like,
Yes.
yeah, something did, and I'm thinking it's not
Yes.
just in my mind because I'm pretty in touch with my body. I know when something, whether it's a good thing, bad thing, even neutral thing, is something
Yes.
shifted, I can tell. And I'm like, yeah, I can tell. That is
Yes.
amazing. And I didn't know about body code because I might be booking a session with body code because
Yes. And
I
they're
got
great.
something.
A lot of times when I work with a client now, I will ask the subconscious mind, do we want to start with body code or emotion code? Halfway through the session, should we stick with it? Should we switch? And as far as Reiki, I wanted to get certified because when I am doing the emotion code and body code, I get these downloads and these intuitions that are very strong. Like if I'm working on somebody's heart wall, I can visualize what it looks like. And it is like the most random. One time a lady, her heart wall looked like a dusty attic and there was racks of clothes. And so as we're clearing out her heart wall, these racks of clothes are disappearing and there's a window and the attic's not dusty. So I get these like a very strong intuition that I want to learn how to trust and follow to better help with whatever healing modality I use to help people.
That's awesome. So you
Yeah.
are a yoga teacher. Do you ever combine these modalities or do you kind of keep them separate?
Yeah, so every month, a friend of mine, we have these monthly healing events. So I will start with a gentle yoga just to get the body moving, energy flowing. We'll transition right into Chelsea does a guided breath work. And that's, you're really processing and releasing at that time. When the people are lying down for breath work, I will go around, I release 5 trapped emotions, and Chelsea will do Reiki and balance their chakras. So you're getting yoga, breath work, emotion code, and Reiki all in one event. It's so powerful. So powerful.
I'm like, how many people are breaking down crying? That's what
Almost every time.
Yeah.
I cry.
Yep.
It's amazing. What's such a safe place to do that and to heal, and everybody's on their own journey, and it's amazing.
Ooh, gives me shivers.
Me
Yeah, I've been in like these
too.
places where you're lying in this pose and they're like either doing something like there's a chant or music or something, and you're like something opens and from nowhere, like the emotion just comes out and it has to like be expressed, and it's usually through tears. And I'm like, I'm crying, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Yes, and some people don't cry, and that's okay too. They'll
Yeah,
experience
yeah.
it a different way. And in a group setting, the healing is so much more powerful. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so you gave the web, like if people wanted to learn more, you gave a website. Can you say that again? I'm going to try to put that in the show notes too.
Yes, discoverhealing.com is how you can get certified for the
Okay.
emotion code and then potentially the body code.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And so are you accepting clients right now
I am
yourself?
always. Yes, always.
And then how do people find you? Like, what's the best way that they can get in touch with you?
Yeah. So I lack on advertising, marketing, any of that. I don't have a website yet. I don't know if I ever will. I was born in the wrong century, I think. Technology, and I'm just trying to learn Instagram. And it's stopping there. I will not go to TikTok or anywhere else. So I do have an Instagram. It's Erica, ERICA _ Kitley, KITLEY. And then my Facebook page is called Journey and Bloom.
Okay. Journey and Bloom.
Journey and Bloom. Yep. So
Perfect.
either one of those. And if somebody doesn't have social media, my email is ericakitley@gmail.com. Erica with a C.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Great. That's awesome. I wanted to ask one more thing, because I know that you, like I said, you're a busy mama. So is there anyone that should not have an emotion code session?
That's a wonderful, wonderful question. So all in all, no. So I work on animals, kids. I've worked on all 3 of my kids many times. I've worked on children as young as age 2. I've worked on pregnant women. The only thing I would say to avoid is if somebody wants to work on their heart wall, which is basically your heart is pulling trapped emotions from the body to build this wall to protect it, just like we put on sunglasses when it's sunny, right? if you are going through a divorce or you just lost your grandpa, you need that wall. You do.
Mhm.
And so that's the only time I will say, let's not work on your heart wall. We can work on something else, but let's not work on your
Okay.
heart wall. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to know. For
Yeah.
people to be really open what they want to work on. That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yep.
Well, Erica, thank you so much for being a guest on my little baby podcast. I
Oh, I love it.
really
This is my first
appreciate it.
time.
It's your first
First
podcast. Yes.
podcast.
I'm just really grateful. And I'm sure there are people out there that are like, whoa, the people like me, like, ooh, what's another like healing modality I can
Yes.
try? And so, yeah, I think that this information will help someone out there. So,
I
once
hope so.
again, thank you so, so much.
Yeah.
All, all right, everyone, let me know how this information resonated with you in the comments. And also, if you enjoyed the podcast, please consider giving me a rating, a star rating, a review if you like it. If you don't like it, yeah, just skip through. It really does help the show increase the reach. So, thank you in advance. And until next time, family, I hope that you have a wonderful day or night. And as always, here's wishing you all the yum in life. Peace.